Afternoon, and then I'd say about 2 hours ago, this snow really started to pick up. And take a look at the consistency. So this is what we're seeing that's coating really everything in its path. This really dry, these little balls of ice. They're kind of like Dippin' Dots. Now, I just spoke with an official from Caltrans, and he tells me that even though those chain requirements that we saw this afternoon that were lifted, well, now they're in effect into the evening hours.
Most important is to spend time with the family. No school, no work meant some bundled up family fun, making snowmen and throwing snowballs.
What's your favorite thing about coming to the snow?
Throwing snowballs at people. Just sledding.
Sledding. Okay. You want to come up here for a snow day? Enjoy the snow and get off on some sleds and whatnot.
An idea lots of people had for the 3-day weekend, enjoying the fresh snow from yet another storm. People coming up to Big Bear found themselves driving on slushy, icy roads.
Have you had to put these chains on before?
No, never put any chains on or anything. We didn't even know these existed, that you had to use these.
Bryson Wingard, who drove up from Santa Ana, learned to put them on for the first time. After all, there was no other way. Crews stood by at a checkpoint on State Route 38, making sure drivers had chains on or four-wheel drive. And once up there, everything was freshly coated. But it was worth it for Christian and Michael Torbenson. Michael drove in last night from Santa Barbara, a hard-hit area laden with floodwaters.
There was a couple parts where the car was hydroplaning, and you got to slow down and put both hands on the wheel and kind of just pray a little bit and make it through.
But they made it, and even if snow conditions weren't entirely ideal, snowboarding at Bear Mountain Ski Resort.
Kind of a layer of ice on top, but it was still fun.
The storm dumped between 4 to 8 inches of snow in areas of lower elevation like Big Bear City, but at the resort level, different story there. About a foot of snow came in roughly 10 to 17 inches, and plows working to keep roadways clear.
Probably the most challenging part has been the fact that we had snow overnight and then it changed over to rain this morning. So when that happens, usually what it does is it affects our culverts. So the snow kind of gets into the culvert and kind of turns into like a concrete. So we're having a little bit of issues with flooding on the streets and stuff like that, but crews are actively trying to take care of that before things change over to snow tonight.
And this evening, chain requirements are in effect for areas of State Routes 38 and 18 if you're heading over to Lake Arrowhead. Reporting live in Big Bear, I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
Oh, wow, Shelby, thank you. There's the picture. Still snowing in the mountains here, lower elevations trying to dry out, Vera.
And we are definitely trying to dry out and trying to warm up. Temperatures this afternoon were indeed below average, but it was really about the winds. They were pretty gusty in most areas, and where we had those winds, well, it felt even colder. It's the wind chill factor, right? Here's a live look outside from our Los Angeles International camera, where you can see the camera there is standing still, so no winds there. As we take a look at the almanac, temperatures this afternoon, 7 degrees below average in terms of the air temperature. The low tonight is expected to drop to 50, which will be a little bit warmer, but it's really all about the rain. Take a look at the monthly rain. Over 8 inches. The seasonal rain is now at over 13 inches. We are 6 inches above the normal for the month and 7 degrees above normal for the rain season. We are going to see a little bit more rain and snow as we make our way into Thursday. So for now, we're just going to enjoy the sunshine, the drying out, and we're still going to see a few winds here or there, but for the most part, things are going to mellow out over the next couple of days before the possibility of more rain and snow over the mountains. We'll talk about those details coming up shortly. Back